So welcome back to my channel, and as you can see today a tutorial about Frozen Anna. So in the first part of the video I am showing you guys how we can do like a regular Anna makeup, and then in the second part of the video we are switching into this Frozen Anna look, which is inspired from the second part of the which is inspired from the ending of the movie, where Anna gets struck in the heart by Elsa's powers and she starts turning into this big popsicle. So get your shit together and we'll start on the video. No, we'll start on the makeup. As always, I'm starting with my foundation. I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Drop Foundation in shade 10, and I blend this well into my skin. For concealer, I mix the MAC White Face and Body Foundation with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in shade NW25. I apply this in a triangle shape, and I am blending this with my fingers because we should use what our mama gave us. As a setting powder, I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder and a fluffy brush. And of course, for my contour, I use the Makeup Revolution Contour Palette. I take the lightest shade and I apply it right underneath my cheekbones. For my nose, I'm using a small flat eyeshadow brush. Just apply the contour on the sides of your nose and make sure you blend it well. And here you see me using the NYX Tame & Frame Brow Pomade in color Brunette. I just follow the natural curve of my eyebrows and then I fill them in, keeping it a sort of a gradient at the front to prevent sketchy stick-on eyebrows. To prime my eyes, I use the MAC Paintpot in Soft Ochre. For my eyes, I'm using the Morphe 350M palette, which I absolutely love, as you can see. I'm using a light skin color tone all over my eyelid. To create some depth, I pick a color which is slightly darker than the previous one, and I use a orange toned eyeshadow to add some color onto my eyelids and also my lower lash line. You could also use pinkish colors for this one, but I like to use orange because this creates sort of a contrast with Anna's pink cape and also her blue clothing. As a blush, I'm using the Silky Touch blush from Essence in shade Adorable. And I swirl a ton of product into my brush because Anna lives in a really cold environment, so she has really rosy cheeks. To create her freckles, I reuse my NYX Tame & Frame Brow Pomade and I take a small brush. I take just a little bit of product onto my brush and I randomly apply this onto my face. When the freckles look a little bit too fake, you can just dab it with your fingers so they become a little bit more lighter. For my lips, I use the MAC Matte Lipstick in shade Kinda Sexy, and I take away the excess product with a tissue. So if you just want to go with a Anna look, just like a regular Anna look, you can just stay with this makeup. Of course, you have to add lashes, or if you prefer to keep it more natural, just put on some mascara. But we are going to continue with the frozen look that Anna had at the end of the movie when Hans decided to abandon her and let her freeze to death. So this is the look we're going to create in the second part of this video. Because of the cold temperatures, Anna's skin has also become much paler. To create this effect, I applied the MAC White Face and Body Foundation to the parts which are going to be highlighted. Just coloring my mustache. Afterwards, I set this with a matte white eyeshadow. As a base for the snowflakes, I stippled some white Snazaroo face paint onto my skin. I'm using the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette to create some more depth. I'm using a shimmery gray color and also a matte white one to intensify certain parts of my face. To create the icy bits, I use a shimmery lavender color and also an ice blue one, and I applied these to the centers of the part I just colored white. And with the same blush that I used before, I make my cheeks more pinkish to emphasize the cold Anna experiences. Because of this, the freckles become less visible, so I create some new ones. For the snowflakes, I use the same white Snazaroo face paint that I used before. I just take a fine brush and I start drawing random snowflakes on the base that I created earlier. This is the most ugliest snowflake ever. Let's just pretend that these are snowflakes because I don't even fucking know how to draw a snowflake. Fail! I'm making a tutorial about a frozen Anna and I can't even draw snowflakes. This is so ironic. To make my lashes and eyebrows look like they have been frozen, I use the Essence Lashbase mascara. With some blue Grimas face paint, I create a light blue shade by mixing it with the white one. By doing this, I create some more depth into the snowflakes to make them look less flat. To make the snowflakes a little bit more iridescent, I use the shimmery gray eyeshadow that I used before. For my lips, I take the MAC Notice Me lipstick and I also dab some white face paint onto them. I intensify the iridescence of the snowflakes with a white highlighter from the Makeup Revolution contour palette, and I apply them at the highest points of my face. God damn it, this highlighter is popping. I look like the Tin Man. After I put on the wig and the cape, I painted my hand, and I figured they didn't really match with each other, so I applied some more blue and purple eyeshadows onto the snowflakes so it would look more cohesive. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment or a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this crappy acting of mine, you should subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Yoo-hoo! Bye, family!